was going to show you how well this thing cuts today on a whole bunch of logs. I had this tree propped up on a sawbuck and I was going to show you about a dozen cuts with it. But as things always happen, my sawbuck is too old and it collapsed on me. So I'll just show you a few cuts today and talk about the saw a little bit after owning it for a year. Milwaukee sent this saw to me about a year ago. I did, I think, one video with it, and then I didn't have anything else to cut up around here, so just didn't get used right away and forgot to do videos again. So this spring I went through and cut out quite a bit of brush along the edges of the property. I also cut this ash tree down. So let's talk about the saw a little bit. First off, I really like how this saw cuts. It cuts like any other homeowner or semi-pro commercial saw. It's fast. One thing I really like about it is you pull the trigger and it's up to speed in a half second. You don't have to wait. Most electric cordless stuff, they have a soft start on them, so you have to wait for them. Not this one. It just popped right there. It has all the safety features of a normal saw. It's got the blade brake and all that type of stuff. And battery wise, when I usually go out and use a saw, I'll make 100 to 150 cuts while I'm out there, and it ranges anywhere, you know, from an inch tree branch up to like this one here. This is about 8 inches. So I've never run out of the battery using the 12 amp battery. I'm pretty sure I could use the 9 amp battery that I have in this and it would be fine for what I do. It's rugged. I can drop it on the ground. I can throw it in the car, throw it in the back of the pickup. I don't have to worry about it at all. It is a automatic oiler, but it's pretty good at not leaking oil when it's not running. It's a lot better than most of the other ones out there. So, of course, you always want, if you're gonna put it someplace like on your workbench, you always want to put a paper towel underneath it to soak up the oil from the oiler. But I'm finding that this thing really doesn't leave a big spot like most of the other ones do. I'm very happy that way. I don't have a whole lot more to say. It's just a really good saw, and I can highly recommend it over most of the other things that I have. In fact, or have had over the years. I've had a lot of saws, especially at the landscape company. We used to buy the commercial steels, but that was back in the 90s. So, you know, saws have changed considerably since then. I did have a Craftsman black 16-inch gas powered. That's one of the, you know, supposedly one of the better Craftsmans that they had. Also had a Poland Pro, which is quite a bit bigger. That was always a very strong saw, but I have to say that this saw has just as much cutting power as that Poland Pro did. And then I also have had a Sunjo 16-inch saw. And the Sunjoe saw is good especially for the price, and especially if you have 40-volt Sunjoe batteries around. But it doesn't compare to this saw at all as far as fast and easy to use. And this is really a saw. If you use a saw periodically and you hate starting gas ones, this is really one of the best choices on the market right now. Put the cover on it, throw it in your truck. As a construction worker who has to cut a beam or cut a 2x6 once in a while, or even rip out studs out of a house, man, this thing is just, it's exactly what you're looking for. No maintenance to it, you know, it's got a good chain. That's it. I'm not going to talk about it much anymore. If you have any questions about it, have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And I'll talk to you later. Bye. Down in the